Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over this week's Nightfall and the rewards that I got on all three of my characters. So this week's Nightfall was the Shield Brothers Strike, and to be completely honest, the burns this week were pretty annoying, as Solar Burn was the only burn active this week, and a lot of the enemies in the Strike, if not all of them, have a Solar Burn, as well as one of the Shield Brothers himself, the one that likes to go around and slam people, so that was pretty annoying. So a lot of these strikes did take me quite a few tries at the boss, but once you had the communication down and you really knew what you were doing, it wasn't too bad, and overall I did get some pretty decent rewards this week. So let's start things off with my Titan this week. I did get a 291 Ghost Shell, so obviously that is not the most ideal reward you could get. Obviously I do have a 320 Ghost Shell already, so that was pretty pointless. Although we did get an exotic engram on this character as well, so let's head to the tower and decrypt that and see if I can get a decent exotic out of that. So we did get the truth. Now, unfortunately, I already did have a truth, and for some reason this one did drop at a 290, which is pretty low compared to my other truth. So unfortunately, I did have to scrap this exotic, but we did get a free shard out of it. And we still have 2 more characters to go through, so I'm sure we can get another exotic on one of those. So without further ado, we're going to hop onto my hunter. Now, I'm going to give you guys a glimpse of what I was talking about with the burns this week and how easy it was for you to just get killed and have to restart the boss. So this boss being a solar burn, it was a little difficult to stay away from him, and I found that I was dying from extreme ranges on his melee attack that usually you would not die from. So that did make the strike a little more difficult than it needed to be, although it wasn't too bad after you knew what you were doing. So for me and a couple of the friends I was running it with, we did find it easiest to use solar rocket launchers as well as solar snipers, and we would save all of our heavy ammo for the adds that would spawn in between the boss fights. We found it a lot easier if we just took all the adds out as quickly as possible with our rockets and then used our snipers on the boss instead of just plowing rockets into him. Overall, it did work out a little easier, and we were able to finish up all 3 strikes without too many problems. So here we have my hunter's rewards. Now, unfortunately, I did not get an exotic engram drop, although I did use 3 of coins. Although we did manage to get an exotic reward out of the Nightfall, we did get a 310 Hawkmoon. Now, I did already have the Hawkmoon, and to be honest, it's not my favorite hand cannon in the game. In fact, I haven't really used it since year 2 has started. However, I can use that 310 weapon to ascend some of my other lower level exotics, and we can actually make some progress off that drop, although it wasn't a weapon that I didn't have already. So, finally we have my last character's rewards, my Warlock. Now, I did just start using this character about a week ago. I was only ranked 34 on him, but I did use my Focus Light that I've had for quite some time now to power level him up to level 40 in about an hour or 2, and then I was able to get some pretty decent gear drops as well, and with the weapons that I already had, it wasn't too hard to level him up to a decent level, and I think in only about 3 to 4 hours or so, I did manage to get my light level up to about a 285 to a 290. Now, this being my lowest level character, it was the hardest of all 3 to run the Nightfall on. However, after a few tries, it did take us about an hour, and we did have to get a new team 2 or 3 times. We did manage to finally finish it, so let's get on to the rewards and see if I get something worth it. So for my Warlock, I did manage to get an exotic drop, and I did get 290 Impossible Machines. Now, I did already have Impossible Machines as well, although they were only at 280, so again, I can scrap the old set down for an exotic shard, and then use these to level up my Warlock a little bit more. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Nightfall Rewards. If you enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button down below, and subscribe if you're not already for future content. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!